Our next guest is a social media star and comedian who created, wrote, and stars in the new comedy series Overcompensating, which premieres May 15th on Prime Video. Please welcome to the show, Benito Skinner, everybody.
Thank you so much. My outfit tonight, choosing it, was sheer terror.
Oh, because
you knew
Anna Wintour was coming. How much warning did you get before you knew the other guest?
2 days, Seth.
2 days.
2 days.
That's very unkind of us, but let me just say you pulled it off. Well done.
So,
you found your way into the public eye doing sort of comedy videos on social media, and now you've got your own show on Prime, and this is sort of an autobiographical story about your coming out journey. When did you know you want to do something with a narrative thread like this?
I think I was touring a stand-up show in throughout the U.S. called Overcompensating. And I was talking about kind of me like hunkering down for the long winter in the closet, just doing so much to remain in there. And I don't know, I was seeing audiences really react to it and react to this story of overcompensating. And I started to see kind of the thread of that as not just something that I had experienced, but so many people, not just people who are queer, but kind of everyone of feeling like
you came out your senior year at Georgetown, correct?
Yeah.
But you played high school football in Idaho.
Oh,
and
sad.
Yeah. Now,
yeah.
But was this, all right, is this like something you did for love of the game, or do you think this was a big part of overcompensating?
Well, you know me, I just love football. I love the old pigskin.
I mean, by the way, like, you wouldn't, I mean, from the football photos, I would guess, you know, there's some skill.
You know, I think it was a perfect costume because I knew if I was in theater and I got on that stage, it'd be like, he's gay. We have, you know.
It was probably a giveveaway when you asked when are we getting our costumes.
I think that might have been it. Or when I tried on the pants and I went, ooh, these feel good. Yeah.
Because it's autobiographical, and I'm assuming you are friends with people through all stages of your life, have people reached out to comment on the show or to also ask maybe, is that based on me?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm a little scared, but I think they'll just hear like lines from them. But I feel like I love characters, so I don't think anyone will see themselves specifically in the show.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I would imagine, you know, for some people that knew you in high school, do you feel like when you did come out, like there was a sense of surprise, or do you think people were just genuinely happy, like, oh my God, that's what a wonderful thing that he found his way to this truth?
Yeah, I think probably a mix. I think some people were like, duh. You know? But yeah, I think they saw how much fun I was having, I think, on the internet and being out, and maybe a lot of people were like, I kind of knew that you had this in you and that you wanted to do this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And do you think they look back, they're like, I can't believe we were cost, you know, this great theater performer.
I'm
who
sure
instead was playing football. They're like, we could have had such better school plays.
Oh my God, Grease? They're like, God damn it. No, we missed it.
I want to ask, so you have Charli XCX as a producer on the show. Her music's in the show. She does a cameo on the show.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, that's a big get, and the way you went about getting her is very DIY.
Yeah, so I was at a party, and I had 2 margaritas.
That's just 2.
I was about to hit meat floor.
Gotcha.
And I was like, I told my boyfriend, I was like, that's Charli XCX. I have to go pitch her my show. And he was like, maybe not, in a way. Maybe let her enjoy her night. But I went over, and I said, will you do the music for my show? And she was like, send me the script, babes.
Really?
Yeah, and you know, obviously we had a few Zooms, but
that's fantastic.
Yeah, I think she responded to it, and she's brilliant. I mean, I think it's very her to be into that and, you know, curious about everything. So.
You also have very funny cameos from our friends here at the show, Matt Rogers, Bowen Yang. Yeah. They're the best.
My favorite people, my heroes. Yeah.
I can imagine on set, just knowing from, just talking to them, they probably just bring so much joy and light to a set.
It was, wearing a harness in between Matt and Bowen was one of the greatest experiences of my life. I was breaking in every scene, though, so I was so happy to, in the scene, I run off this couch, and they're kind of a psychotic couple, and I was very happy to leave, because I was ruining every take.
There's some other, you have music from Britney?
Oh, yeah.
And again, I just know from experience, like one of the hardest things in the world is to get permission to use songs from pop stars at that level.
Yeah.
How did you go about getting permission for that?
Okay, so for that, I was instructed to write a letter. And
Okay.
in my head, Brittany read it, but I don't
Yep.
know. I hope so.
Yeah.
Love you, Brittany. But I was just like, sometimes things in the show are hard to explain because it's like something very like wild and crude will happen 2 seconds after something emotional. So yeah, I just was kind of like, this is my favorite song of all time. Will you please let us use it? And a few weeks later.
That's it. A few weeks later, you get the
Yeah.
thumbs up.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga as well, same thing?
Yes. Well, that one, it was funny. Oh, yeah, okay.
They were.
I found the gay guy in the audience. Yeah.
I think they were applauding the U.S. mail. They're like, 2 weeks. I mean,
They go, wow, fantastic.
I mean, sends a letter, gets a
Yes,
response,
of
get it
course.
up.
No, with Lady Gaga, I heard from her team, and they were like, it was pitched that a young girl gives poppers to a gay guy, and they're playing your song "Edge of Glory." And I think at first the team was like, okay, no. And then
Easy
they read the
no.
script.
That's why we're here as a team to give those easy no's.
Exactly. Yes, of course. But yeah, in the end, I think they read the script and saw that it was more than that. But.
There's a scene where you have some pretty considerable rapping skills in an episode.
I hope ASAP has left.
Yeah.
Yes, please go home, Pretty Flacco.
Do you what put that? Why did you put that one in the show? Because it's sort of like like it feels like a fratty party.
Yeah, I am embarrassed to admit that I did do this.
Okay.
I was at a pregame with a bunch of my guys, and they were kind of all rapping at me, and I was like, I have kind of a hidden talent, so I should show it to them. And I rapped super bass, and
Okay.
they were just like this. Thank you so much. That means the world.
You also, not your show, but you were on one of my favorite shows of all time with one of my favorite people of all time. You were on an episode of Curb with Larry David, and how? What was your interaction with Larry like? Because they're always the best to hear about.
He's incredible. I mean, I was so nervous, and I was previously on a show called Queer as Folk, and I know that someone there told him that.
Right.
Because the first time we met, he comes over to me and he's like, "What was your talent?" And I was like, "I hope acting." Like, what? I'm like, "What's going on, Larry?" And he was like, "No, your talent on Queer Eye." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I was in Queer as Folk, not Queer Eye, but I love that. And he was like, "Oh my God!" And it broke the ice really well.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what talent I know what talent I would
And
have.
I mean, by the way, a
amazing.
perfect person to cast in the show because you actually did to promo your own appearance. You dressed up like
I
Larry,
had to
and
be
that's
Larry.
really a nice bit of.
I will say, hottest I've ever felt.
Yeah.
Really, no, he is incredible. It was like the best day of my life.
You have a character named Deliverance Richards, who's a realtor character.
She'd love you, Seth.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
It's lovely to hear.
Yeah.
You actually then paid for a real billboard
I did.
and to promote your character.
So, I have to be stopped.
And so this must have been just so exciting to see your own billboard. I was going to say, did anybody contact you? But then I noticed there's literally no way to get in touch with Deliverance.
No. I think though, actually, maybe there was a phone number at one point on it.
Okay, maybe we erased
Maybe
it
not.
because
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you.
we don't want to
callers.
mislead our audience.
Of course. Yeah, I kind of just did it because it was during the holidays, and I'm like, I don't know. The holidays are kind of a terrible time for a lot of people. I'm like, maybe they'll see this and laugh for 2 seconds, but I hope no one got in a wreck.
But
or
be
anything.
honest,
You're
like,
really
is
stopping
it
traffic.
Is it a lot of money to get a billboard like this, or was it all right?
I have a great billboard guy. So,
Really?
yeah. Oh yeah. I
Now
have
is
a
your
great
billboard
connect.
guy another one of your characters?
Yeah, no, truly, he's my next one. Yeah, no, he gave me a good deal. It's 2 for 1.
Hey, congratulations on the show. What a cool journey you're on. It's really awesome to see. Thank you so much for being here.
I'm so honored. Thank you so much.
You guys, this is Benito Skinner. Overcompensating premieres May 15th on Prime Video. We'll be right back.